So the hangout today, van stock, it was kind of a mess. You guys got to remember, well, you probably don't remember because you probably didn't see it in the first place, but if you had been watching, on Mike's Facebook page, he mentioned that he was having internet installed today. If you've ever had internet or cable or anything like that installed, you know it can kind of just screw your whole day off, especially if you're waiting on the guy, you've got something planned for this evening. Cable man don't show up until 3 or 4. I don't know. He might have been in there in the morning. I don't know. But it seems like he had a busy day. Chris said that he was on limited data. His data ran out, so they kind of had to cut the thing short. I guess James and Mike could have kept going, but I was looking at the comments down below too, and they should have just ignored those comments. That's the first thing, and I'm really surprised they don't know that already. They do probably. They just myself, I can't resist the temptation. I have to read the troll comments, and often I even comment back, and then I block them, just because I'm an asshole like that. But I don't block them before I correct them. So, speaking of the trolls, all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, for the last 2 weeks, they've been bitching because Mike was trying to collect donations to make this event happen. And then all of a sudden, when they decide to change the format, instead of asking for donations, now they're going to charge people for tickets. Now all of a sudden, everybody's in an uproar because they might be making a profit off of this. I'm sorry, did I sleep through something? Did I miss something? Because the last time I checked, America was a capitalistic society. And making a profit is like exactly the opposite of e-begging. It's the exact opposite of what you guys have been bitching about for the last 6 months. So now they're going to stop e-begging and try to do something in what you told them was the right way, but they're still going to catch flack for it. Wow. I can't even sit still. That just got me like all riled up. I had thought about it, but I didn't think that deep about it the first time before I actually said it. But that just goes to show all these trolls, everything they've said, it's total bullshit. It's total bullshit. You do exactly what they want, and now all of a sudden, you're not an e-beggar. Now you're a capitalist pig. I've seen a lot of this demonizing profit making going around, and I'm not just talking about YouTube or Facebook or the internet. I'm talking about real life businesses, legal businesses, doing things around the country and getting demonized for it, as if making a profit is somehow wrong. I can't even say this without grinning and almost laughing. What the fuck is wrong with people? This is America. We're a capitalistic society. Making a profit is a patriotic thing. It's like, you know, a lot of people, not everyone's American dream, but a lot of people's American dream is to start a business and make a profit. If Mike and James were able to get van stock to be a monthly thing and move it around the country and make $1 million, you guys would still complain. But it wouldn't matter because they could buy an army of trolls then to counter troll you or whatever. I got to change this subject and get back on track because I could just bitch about that little part for a long time. So Mike spent all day getting his internet set up. Chris was on limited internet, and James, I'm not sure. I didn't mean that to sound like bad against him or nothing. James is a great guy from what I can see, but it didn't seem like him and Mike really discussed all this very thoroughly before they went online with the hangout. I think they had just made the changes and the plans. I don't even want to say that what they said on the hangout is the final plan. I think they're still, I don't know them. I haven't talked to either of them really. Well, I sent one of them a private message, but I'm pretty darn sure that they're still just working this out. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. It sounds like they're going to do it on private property, which I guess in a lot of ways makes sense. It's less red tape. You don't need. You might need a permit from the city, but you probably would. I don't know. I think they're going to go and try to do it on private land. I think there'll be less red tape, less fees, and they'll probably pull it off, but it won't have as big of a turnout as it would have if it was out here in the Southwest, where the majority of us boondockers, van dwellers, rubber tramps, RVers, whatever you want to call us, are going to be. Did I mention the insurances? Not only, if they decide to do it on public land like BLM, not only do you have the special recreation permit, which the trolls claim doesn't exist, not only do you have to buy porta potties and know how many porta potties you need, you don't want to get fined for not having enough, but you don't want to buy too many and then not have enough people show up. The same with insurance. You need to know, have a good idea how many people are going to show up and purchase insurance for that. There's so much paperwork, so many things. I've worked with the Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management and different concessionaires that work with them. And one example you should all go Google right now is go find out what they paid last year to the Bureau of Land Management to hold Burning Man. And be glad that the little bit of money Mike needs to get this going just doesn't even register. It's astronomical what they pay for Burning Man. And it's astronomical what they charge people for tickets to Burning Man. I thought about maybe going years ago when it was free. And last couple summers, I've talked to people who were on their way up there, and you can't even get a ticket. You got to almost, I think there's a lottery system to get a ticket now, and then it's close to $1,000 or something, and it's just, it's crazy. So here's what I think they should do. I think the first year, I know they really want to make it an official organized event because that's, kind of the whole goal, to make it the first organized official van dweller boondocking event. But the first year, just show up at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous in Quartzsite and have your own little area. It doesn't need to be official. Just see how many people show up. And then maybe start raising donations then, or start selling tickets then, however you want to do it. I don't know. Or the other option that nobody's really mentioned. Justin had a good idea, holding something like this up north at an international park that's on the border between Washington and Canada, that citizens from the U.S. and Canada can both go to. That would be kind of cool. But someplace cold in the summer. RVers, for the most part, we travel where the weather is. That's why it's Southwest or Florida in the winter and up north during the summer. Or to high elevations. There's some great spots here in California with high elevations and massive group campgrounds that you can rent for next to nothing. I'm sure you'd still need some permits if you wanted to make it an official event, but nobody's really doing anything like this in the summer. And I guess some people couldn't show up in the summer. There's going to be some people that can't show up no matter when or no matter where you hold it. That's just how it is. But I'm rooting for you guys. I hope you pull it off. Forget what all the trolls say. The best thing you can do is just make it happen. That's like shitting on everything every troll ever said. If you actually pull this off and make it happen. I wish it was on this side of the country. Even though I was planning to start heading north next fall, I was seriously considering going south first and waiting until spring to head north just so I could attend this. But I don't know. I don't know what'll happen. Don't give up on the idea just because your hangout didn't turn out real good. You got to remember, just stick with it. It's a great idea. You've seen how many people like myself like the idea and want this to happen. So like anything in life, it's, you got to work for it, I guess. And even if that's just time and effort, if you build it, they will come kind of thing, I don't know. Was that too corny? Cornfield. If you build it, they will come. Wow. I didn't even get that until I said it. Do whatever you want in life. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. And have a fucking blast. Anyways, I've set up nonprofits before. Actually, I didn't do most of the paperwork. I did some of the footwork, turning the paperwork in and things like that. Ow. Can you see that? The dogs drug a goat head in on my bed, and I just rubbed my foot across it. Usually they go in through the bottom of your foot. That one went in the side. Can you see this blood? This thing got me like really good. Oh, that's not blood. That's clear. What the hell is that then? Dog slobber? Pets, pets, pets.